You know what I'm saying?
Brother Shaka,
oh, yeah.
Let me say this before I go. You are one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the documentation.
He is one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that SaNeter's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because SaNeter love him some Shaka Ma'at forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hotep Senu Hena Senut Iti then Ishakandugu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Defeat of SaNeter Studios, Demonetized and Anti-Nation of Islam. It's very early right now in New York. In New York it is, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 3 a.m. in 15 minutes. So we won. We won against the HOK. It's documented. It's a matter of public record. Filthy Frankie, SaNeter attacked us for over a year. And now he's so hurt that he went live and said that his champion, the champion of the HOK, is scared of me, afraid of me. Jabari Osase is scared of me. Jabari Osase is afraid of me. He made a video entitled Flying Monkeys, and he talked about his associates. He said Unc's name. He said Hermos Moore's name. He said Jabari Osase's name. He told his audience that they should be going against me, that they should report me. Have you ever seen somebody that hurt? And you can go and check for yourselves. You know the channel, SaNeter Studios. Just go to the videos. He has been demonetized, right? So, it was not my act. I never flagged him, even though he flagged me, try to file copyright claims. So we'll see with his second one. He has he has maybe 10 channels, you know, maybe 5 or 6 that are known, and who knows how many that are unknown. But we will see what will happen with the other one. Now, just for the record, like I said, I think it's going to be 3 a.m. in New York. The majority of my listeners are from America. But just in case somebody want to get on the panel, you do have the link. Just need to use a webcam, okay? Because contrary to all those fake people, I have no problem with dialogue. I have no problem with dialogue, whether people agree or disagree, okay? So, you have some people who stood by my side because of my stance. My stance is the same. It has not changed. So people are free to change and do whatever they want. I'm sorry, you can see I'm driving, so I have to concentrate on the road more than anything. But we can congratulate ourselves. And I want to thank you, brothers and sisters. I want to thank you. Now, we are a minority. Not just when it comes to Filthy Frankie and his channel with people who defend, promote, protect rapists and child molesters. But even in terms of our stance, now some people may call it religious stance, political stance, but we know that non-Abrahamic people are a minority. You understand? Now, let's be more precise. Non-Abrahamic people of African descent that do not defend, support, and promote rapists and child molesters, contrary to Filthy Frankie's panel and many Pan-Africans, it's a matter of public record, we are a minority. And even as a minority, we won. And actually, we won hands down. What you have seen is that Filthy Frankie is so weak. Because I wasn't watching the majority of the streams he was making about me, he took advantage and he just kept lying and lying and lying, because his audience, intellectually, they're not that bright. You understand what I'm saying? So as you've seen, I reviewed what he was saying, and it was so easy to refute his falsehood. He is a pathological liar. How many times did you see me lying about him? Or anybody else for that matter? I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not claiming to be perfect. But one thing is known for sure, I'm not known for lying. So now, that dude, oh, you know what? Let me, you know what? Hey, I ain't gonna play. You can go to my previous live stream. You have that dude who said, F Elijah Muhammad, F all Nation of Islam members. And as you know, SaNeter not only gave him a shout out publicly live on air on his own panel, not only he's been playing that guy who is anti-Nation of Islam, but he even sent him his phone number. Then he said that they spoke on the phone. He said that everything I'm saying is public, of course. He said that they spoke on the phone for half an hour. Now that's the guy who mentioned Louis Farrakhan and Khalid Abdul Muhammad, and they come from that school of thought. You have the right to disagree, but to promote somebody that says F Elijah Muhammad, F all Nation of Islam members, the nerves of you. But just yesterday, for those who didn't know, SaNeter went on that dude's panel, the dude who said F all Nation of Islam members. I'm wondering if Reginald Antoine Mabry, Butler Reggie, Brother Reggie, that SaNeter mistakenly calls, erroneously calls Dr. Reggie. He has no doctorate degree. I wonder if he's going to stand by SaNeter. I'm curious. Now, when SaNeter said that Jabari Usase is scared, he said scared and afraid. He actually said the people that was working with me, SIC, S-I-C, the people that was working with me. So I'm curious, Jabari Osase, is SaNeter still a member of your organization, the Shrine of Ma'at? Is Daniel Heru still a member of your organization, the Shrine of Ma'at? Because both of you, they were at one point members of the Shrine of Ma'at, right? Both of them yesterday were on that guy's panel that goes by the nickname Killer B. Yesterday, that dude who said F all Nation of Islam members, they were on that dude's panel. Do you agree, Jabari Osase? Now, how many times we have black people in America, or as some people say, FBAs, Foundational Black Americans, how many times we have black people in America who said F all Nation of Islam members? How many times? Now, you know what's even funnier? Is that the day before yesterday, SaNeter trying to explain how far it is, trying to make excuses for how far it is by saying that black people ain't right? He said that over and over again. And the irony is that he said, oh, Shaka, take this, cut it up, slice it up, and put it up. But he took it down. He took his videos down. All the videos he made against me, except the latest one when he was really crying. You could see he was like, he said he learned that from Louis Farrakhan. You know, when he said black people, he said he learned that from Louis Farrakhan. He said he learned that from Khalid Muhammad, and he even said he learned that from Amos Wilson and Naim Akbar. Now, something happened recently that I'm not aware of, but to my knowledge, Naim Akbar has been a Nation of Islam member for a long time. So how can you claim that you learned that from Naim Akbar, but then you promote and you support, because by going on somebody's panel, right, after you spoke for half an hour, and after you play his live stream several times on YouTube, you know what he stands for. SaNeter knows that Killer B said F Elijah Muhammad, F all Nation of Islam members, right? So he's gonna name drop Naim Akbar, but I'm gonna have to play it quick because I'm in an area where the network is not good. Hold on.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all already.
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support
what remains the same?
Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him, though. Right,
brother. You said if the brother come on my channel, you done.
Wait.
And you know you got me, man. You got me. I said, all right, brother.
That's right. Right. But what is that part? That part is talking about until the trial is over. I didn't say after the trial is over. If he's found innocent, don't deal with him. That's not what I said.
Right. Okay.
So again, the two don't match. What you're trying to match up just don't match. So I ran down that whole brother's trial already. his how he was found guilty. I ran all of that down already, so that scenario is not the same.
Right. Okay. All right, brother.
I'm back. I'm sorry. You know, the network is very bad in the area that I pass by on a regular basis. So, for those who didn't know, Minister Enki, aka American Healer, said publicly that Brother Polite, Michael Noack Jr., is on SaNeter's will.
Polite done slept at SaNeter house. Polite is on SaNeter's will.
What? Hold on, run that back, brother.
Polite is on SaNeter's will.
So SaNeter left something in case something happens to him. He left something for Polite.
Listen, Polite is SaNeter's brother for life.
Dang.
Polite
what kind of covenant do they have?
Polite keeps SaNeter's secrets, and SaNeter keeps Polite's secrets.
Mm-hmm.
The only
Johnny Williams is in the place to be. How you doing? So, what we can wonder, since SaNeter went publicly and talked about Polite messing with an underage girl roughly 7 years ago. He's on tape saying roughly 7 years ago when he called Polite Baby York, when he called Polite Dr. York. And Minister Enki said that Polite managed to talk his way out of it, just like he has tried to do with the 14-year-old girl that he abused. And that's why he's been sentenced to prison for 7 years. Back then, it worked. Polite may have thought that it would work again, but it didn't work that time. So maybe he offered money or some sort of compensation. But what's important is that SaNeter knew about it, and it was actually a family member of him. So there was no paperwork because there was no case then. Well, not that I know of, because actually it was not a case, but people mentioned a report when Polite was caught in the backseat of a car with that underage girl, that one or another, right? Minister Enki talked about this, you know. And for those who don't know my second channel, you can just type in Shaka Ndugu Kemet, you know. The name is spelled just, you know, at the bottom here of the background, you know, so Enki said, he talked about this, right? And actually, SaNeter talked about Polite with that underage girl in a store, and the father of the girl confronted Polite. The girl ran, Polite cried, according to SaNeter. Polite spoke with the police. So at one point, there may have been something recorded some type of way. So that was a family member of SaNeter, his niece through marriage. He's on tape saying she's family. As a matter of fact, many people don't know that. But over money, SaNeter talked about this publicly, live on air, right? But the things that we didn't have a case. So then, you know how slick they are. Oh yeah, is there any case? Is there any paperwork? But SaNeter is on tape. Of course, he removed that too. He removed that also. He removed that as well. But many people recorded that. So it's all over YouTube. SaNeter didn't care, didn't mind about a family member of his. Once again, he said she's family. He even called the girl's sister live on air. So we can wonder, was it then that SaNeter put Polite on his will? Or was it before? Or was it after? If you put somebody on your will, can't you just take that person off your will? SaNeter, did Minister Enki lie? He said that publicly live on air. He said that Michael Noah Jr., who's been sentenced to 7 years in prison for abusing a 14-year-old girl, is on your will. That he keeps your secrets and you keep his secrets. SaNeter, did Minister Enki lie? Because he's on your panel, right? He's been on your panel regularly just a few days ago. Everything was all good just a week ago. So, if Polite was on your will, an act that you did yourself, that you decided, unless you want to tell us that Polite punked you and forced you, you can feel free. I guess it's a good escape route. You can say, oh, he punked me and he forced me, I was scared. Can't you take Polite off your will? Did you take Polite off your will? If you took Polite off your will, then just let us know. When did you take him off your will? When did you put him on your will? I think if you put someone on your will, it is possible for you to take that person off your will. So, did you take Polite off your will, SaNeter? Because you are on tape, SaNeter. You like to act like when it suits you, oh, you don't be talking about people. You talked about my 3-year-old daughter sexually, publicly, live on air. And again, after she turned 4 years old, and you proudly bragged about it, said that you stand on that and you don't take anything back. Right after saying that Jabari Usasi will get on your panel, we have you on tape. And you played Killer B, who talked about the mother of my child, right? And you say, we want to know. Well, I don't have anything to prove, but just 2 days ago, I uploaded a video and I'm in the car, my son's in the back, my daughter's in the back. We hear their voices. I didn't have to show them, you know, because 50 Frank is disgusting. And who knows what he can do. So you wanted to know, well, now you know. It wasn't for you only. It was just in case some people may believe the insinuation of that disgusting Killer B, who once again said F all Nation of Islam members, which doesn't bother you, SaNeter, because you've been on his panel just yesterday, right? So SaNeter, will you answer this simple question? And for the record, you are on tape defending the serial rapist Malachi York, who raped boys and girls, sodomized them, gave them STDs, chlamydia, and herpes. Now, as an excuse, you came publicly like a fool and said that you did not defend him for 10 minutes straight. Okay, how long did you defend him for? How many minutes did you defend him for? Are you proud of going publicly live on air on your own platform, your own channel, defending a serial rapist. Now, do you support Malachi York, yes or no? Are you a Nubian, SaNeter? You have two moderators who support Malachi York. How many other people do you have by your side supporting Malachi York? Right? When it's time to attack people, just because they disagree with you, as if they're not allowed to, oh, you go all the way. Right? You're on tape saying, F your mother to me and other people. F your children to me and other people. Okay, all right, we heard you. You have no problem insulting people's mothers and children. Why don't you insult Malachi York? Why don't you insult the serial rapist Malachi York? You look like a fool, and you were only able to be a fool because of the groupies that supported you. But now you're complaining because your people are not standing by you anymore. You said it. I played it. Now you don't trust many people. Your circle has to be that small now. It's the cold world now, isn't it? So why don't you insult Malachi York? You are disgusting and you are defeated. Don't start none, won't be none. (2024) will be interesting. Jabari Osase, do you still support SaNeter? Cold world. Indeed, Brother Donnie Williams. It's a cold world now. Isolated and alone. Not alone, but yes, kind of isolated. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Nubians, the people who support the serial rapist Malachi York, yeah, they are by his side. They are. They are. 2024 will be interesting. It will be very interesting. 2024 will be very interesting. Jabari Osase, do you still support SaNeter now? He's anti-Nation of Islam. Are you ready and prepared, Jabari Osase, for the museum trip on April, what is it, April 6th? Are you prepared? Because SaNeter supports and promotes the anti-Nation of Islam Killer B, who said F all Nation of Islam members. Are you prepared, Jabari Osase? Now, Jabari Osase, we have you on tape saying that Polite should be on timeout. While he was on trial, the trial is over. Polite was found guilty. SaNeter called Polite powerful. Jabari Osase, you're on tape saying that you were amazed at the flossing that Polite did while he was on trial. So how come your 60-year-old Shrine of Ma'at member SaNeter called Polite powerful? That's not flossing. Are you okay with that, Jabari Osase? Jabari Osase, you're gonna have to speak up publicly, because you spoke up publicly to say that Polite should be on timeout, right? And even after that, SaNeter had Polite on his panel, on the phone. You are on tape speaking against Dan Cataway. Why you don't speak about SaNeter, your Shrine of Ma'at member, defending him publicly for about 10 minutes or 9 minutes? How many minutes did he? Now, is this how the Shrine of Ma'at get down, Jabari Osase? The Shrine of Ma'at support and promote child molesters, rapists, children rapists? You see, Marcus wrote, Jabari, you got some explaining to do. Oh, yes. You got some explaining to do, Jabari Osase. Huh? And Baba Heru may have to speak if Jabari Osase doesn't speak up. Baba Heru may have to speak if Jabari Osase doesn't speak up. The Shrine of Ma'at, SaNeter try to use Jabari Osase talking about, oh, we're going to do a Ma'at with the 42 principles of Ma'at. Since when supporting, defending, and promoting someone who raped boys and girls and sodomized them is keeping in Ma'at? Since when? Since when, Jabari Osase? So, Jabari Osase, do you guys support and promote other rapists of children? Or you just cool if they rape adults? I'm just wondering. At this time, we got to ask questions because we're discovering now at such a fast pace, it's even hard to catch up. Nation of Islam members, does SaNeter have receipts on you? Wesley Muhammad is quiet. Why is he quiet? When he was Vlad TV, Wesley Muhammad had all that smoke. Wesley Muhammad been on SaNeter's panel many times. And just over Vlad TV, DJ Vlad misquoting Louis Farrakhan, Wesley Muhammad cut the relationship and spoke out publicly against Vlad TV. So, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, PhD, are you scared? Are you a coward? You were bragging about being a FOI, a fruit of Islam. Why are you quiet now? Do you have the smoke only when it's white people? And when black people do 10 times worse than what Vlad TV done, you're going to be quiet? Reza Islam, are you going to be quiet now? Reza Islam is on tape asking to fight young Pharaoh. Reza Islam is on tape asking to fight young Pharaoh. You know? Now, I'm not saying it's like, you know, like a street fight, everything goes. I think he mentioned a ring, you know, to fight in the art, you know, with the rules of, you know. Now, Reza Islam, SaNeter promotes someone who said F all Nation of Islam members. Where is the smoke? Where is the energy? I mean, the Nation of Islam right now, you guys looking bad. You're looking very bad. Does SaNeter have receipts on all of you? Now, for those who don't know, SaNeter has said and has played some private recording, some recording of private conversation that he had with people. That's one of the main way he was able to control people, because he recorded the private conversation. So most likely he made them comfortable, so they talk about their personal information, some acts that they would not have revealed publicly. So does he have that kind of recording on you guys? Because the whole world can see that the Nation of Islam, who talked about manhood, who talked about pride, right now is scared to speak about SaNeter promoting an anti-Nation of Islam individual. And that's recent, because, you know, 50 Frankie used to like to say, oh, that's old news. Any excuses in the world. It's not old news now, it's recent. I'm talking about just a few days ago. Lord Jamal, oh, you spoke against Vlad TV, DJ Vlad. What's up now? SaNeter is from your city. Well, I presume Lord Jamal is from New York, but who knows? Maybe I made a mistake. Godfrey as well spoke against Vlad TV for misquoting Louis Farrakhan. Now, SaNeter promotes, supports a person who said F all Nation of Islam members. Does SaNeter have receipts on you guys as well? The rapper Cam, K-A-M, on YouTube is known as West Coast Cam. Oh, he spoke against Vlad TV, DJ Vlad. Now, does SaNeter have receipts on you as well, Cam? Now, you notice I'm not accusing the guys that I named of anything. I'm not calling them names. I'm not using profanity towards them. I'm talking about some things that are public, a matter of public record. When it's a white dude, they had all this smoke, right? So is it because of that guy's religion that you guys had all that smoke? I'm just curious at this point. It's amazing. I've never seen people backing Nation of Islam members backing down to someone who supports anti-Nation of Islam stances. It's amazing. So Jabari Osase, do you still support SaNeter? This is now Jabari Osase, you had the nerve to talk about the 42 principles of Ma'at, the negative confession, the negative confessions. Your 60-year-old member spoke sexually about my daughter, and I informed you of that. And you acted like you didn't know what was happening. Why did you let that slide? For money. Because of the Cash App and PayPal and Super Sticker and Super Chat that you were receiving on Filthy Frankie's platform. You betrayed Ma'at. You betrayed what our ancestors stood for in Kemet for money. Or maybe SaNeter has receipts on you as well. Maybe he controls you as well. Why do you speak against Dane Calloway, saying that what Dane Calloway is teaching is dangerous, but SaNeter supports a serial rapist, but you don't say that's dangerous? Don't you see, Jabari Osase, that you look and sound like a fool now? Jabari Osase, leader of the Shrine of Ma'at, is on tape saying that when Dan Calloway teaches, is dangerous. But SaNeter, being a 60-year-old member of the Shrine of Ma'at, the organization that Jabari Osase leads, he speaks sexually about a child and then brags about standing on that and not taking anything back. That's not dangerous? SaNeter is on tape defending a serial rapist over and over again. That's not dangerous, Jabari Osase? To promote and defend a serial rapist is not dangerous, Jabari Osase? But Dan Calloway is dangerous? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. It's going to be the downfall of many people and many organizations over their behavior and character. Am I lying? Am I lying? Did I say a single lie? Did I say a single lie? So Jabari Osase, if you no longer support SaNeter, if SaNeter is no longer a member of your organization, you can speak up. Does SaNeter control you as well, like he controls many other people? See, don't you realize what facts? Jabari Osase, Daniel Heru, are you still a member of the Shrine of Ma'at? The nerve, Daniel Heru is on tape defending another rapist. So we have two members of the Shrine of Ma'at publicly defending rapists. And Daniel Heru sent me an email yesterday asking me to go on that anti-Nation of Islam panel because he went there. So it's not only one Shrine of Ma'at. Now, Shrine of Ma'at, that's Jabari Osase's organization, right? On April the 6th, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to take people to an African-American History Museum in Washington, D.C., in the nation's capital, right? It's not just SaNeter who defended a rapist is another dude called Daniel Heru, right? And Daniel Heru also is cool. He's supporting the guy who said F all Nation of Islam members. Jabari Osai say that's two of your members who support anti-Nation of Islam stance. Are you prepared, Jabari Osai? Are you prepared? Now, Jabari Osai, I heard you tell Shaka Amos that if you wanted some people to put up on Shaka Amos, you could. Right? Am I lying? Did you say that or not, Jabari Osase? Right? So you were prepared. Now this is a priest, a Kemetic priest, who told Shaka Amos, and I'm not supporting Shaka Amos, you know, because he went public and said that he effed other mothers and daughters before. Right? I played the clip many times. And he also went against me for Filthy Frankie. So, hey, you see karma's a bee now. Karma's a bee, isn't it? So, a priest called Jabari Osase told Shaka Amos, if I wanted some people to put up on you, I could. Okay. So, what about SaNeter, who's making your organization look like a bunch of fools? Jabari Osase, you look worse than ever. You look worse than ever. You look worse than ever. Because of your behavior. Because of your acts. Because of your silence. Your 60-year-old member insulted people's mothers, insulted people's children on that platform where you appeared and you supported him. You supported a 60-year-old man when he was insulting people's mothers and children. Shame on you, Jabari Osase. You are a priest. You are a Kemetic priest and you support a platform that promotes and defends child molesters, rapists, anti-African people, and that disgusting Filthy Frankie who insulted mothers and children. Now, you sent an email to Napashada regarding the debate between you and Garfield when Garfield did not show up. What happened to the money? What happened to the money? Did Nepal keep the money? You are an Egyptian, an ancient Egyptian priest, a Kemetic priest, a priest following the Kemetic tradition, following Ma'at. SaNeter accused Napashada of stealing the money. Are you an accomplice, Jabari Osase? Didn't you see SaNeter scamming his own audience? Didn't you see that? Now, that debate that SaNeter started playing, it was Ali Muhammad versus who? Let me just check now. All right. So let me put the link in the chat. You have the link in the chat. SaNeter scam his own audience live on air. Now that debate, wasn't it Ali Muhammad debating Jabari Osase? So if it was Jabari, you don't mind SaNeter using your name to scam his audience? SaNeter was paid for that debate. It was a pay-per-view debate. And then he told his people, okay, like a week or two after the debate took place, okay, I'm going to play it for you guys. Just give me some donation. He got about $400 of donations. But he ended the live stream without even saying goodbye because he was mad. It was not enough money for him. So he scammed his own audience. Now, didn't he use your name, Jabari Osase? You don't mind? Now, if it wasn't you, you don't mind then. Okay, he didn't use my name to scam his people. So you have a member of your organization, the Shrine of Ma'at, scamming his own audience live on air for the whole world to see. And you don't mind, you don't care? Are you really a Kemetic priest, Jabari Osase? Marcus wrote facts. Marcus wrote facts. Anybody can get on the panel if they want to. Now, once again, I know it's early. I will go live tonight. It's going to be a different topic. It's going to be a different topic. But anytime I am live, people are free to address anything they want. Anything they want. Now, if they want to support and defend Malachi York, he ain't going to fly. You can go to the Shrine of Ma'at for that. Because Jabari Osase has never expressed, not to my knowledge, if it's the case, feel free to share the video with me. I've never seen Jabari Osase expressing disagreement over his members supporting the serial rapist Malachi York. Jabari Osase, have you ever been a member of the Nubian Nation, the United Nubian Nation of Moors, Malachi York's organization? Because you said that you belong to Ra'u Nefer Amen's, what is it called again? The name of the organization escapes me. But the author of the book, Metu Nature, there's several volumes. What is it called again? Can somebody put that in the chat? Ra'u Nefer Amen. Is it the Osar and Ased Society? Jabari Osase said publicly that he used to belong to that organization. Now, why he left it, I don't know. Right? Now, it's no secret that Jabari Osase was a member of, those fraternities, Greek fraternities, like many people in America and elsewhere. But Jabari Osase, what's your opinion about Malachi York? Jabari Osase, what's your opinion about Malachi York? Do you feel like that he is innocent? Right? Because you did with Ma'at, right? You did with Ma'at, right? You went on SaNeter's panel talking about Ma'at, the 42 principles of Ma'at, the negative confessions. All right. What's your stance of Malachi York? Do you believe he was innocent as well? Do you support Malachi York, Jabari Osase? Jabari Osase, do you support Malachi York? Yes or no? Because maybe that's why you don't speak against SaNeter's behavior. Maybe you support Malachi York. I'm not accusing, I'm just asking. I said maybe. "2024 will be interesting." It will be interesting. For years, SaNeter has supported and promoted and defended rapists, child molesters, and scammers. It's a matter of public record. It's not made up. It is facts. It is facts. So Jabari Osase had no problem with that? Oh, Jabari Osase. Am I lying? Jabari said, did I say one single lie? Did I say one single lie? Jabari said, you don't know that SaNeter spoke sexually about my daughter? You don't know that? Are you going to claim that you don't know that? So if you no longer support SaNeter, just say it. And then you will be free to explain why you supported him for years while he was disrespecting people's mothers and children, and you had no problem with that. You had no problem with that. You never spoke against that. So it means that in the Shrine of Ma'at, people can insult other dudes and women's mothers and children. People can defend rapists and child molesters and scammers, and you don't mind. People can come to that conclusion. Is it okay for the Shrine of Ma'at to defend rapists and child molesters, Jabari Osase? Is it okay? 2024 will be interesting. It will be interesting. Now, how do you feel about SaNeter saying that you are scared of me, Jabari Osase? He said that you are scared, that you are afraid. So he wanted you to go against me, didn't he? He wanted you to speak about me, didn't he? And you refused. So now he is mad and he goes publicly and he outs you out. But he used to call you his champion. He used to call you the champion of the HOK. Now, Jabari Osase, are you going to come out and express your disagreement with SaNeter because he said that you are scared? But when SaNeter was defending rapists and child molesters and scammers, you had nothing to say. It's tricky now, Jabari Osase, isn't it? Because if you come out and say, oh, the nerve of you to say that I am scared. Why you didn't say the nerve of you, SaNeter, defending Malachi York, a serial rapist who's been sentenced to 135 years for messing with children? How come you didn't say nerve of you, SaNeter? Right? Because it would seem like it's all about your ego. It will seem like you be ego tripping. You will not be able to remain silent for long, Jabari Osase. You know that, don't you? You know that, don't you? You will not be able to remain silent for long. So the best thing for you to do is to come out and speak on these disgusting things that were happening, because you have a responsibility. SaNeter is a member of your organization. He was at one point, and even if he is no longer, because he may come out and say, oh, no, he's no longer a part of the Shrine of Ma'at. You still supported SaNeter, what he was doing, all of that. So what's your stance on that now? What's your stance on that now? You are a priest, and you've been supporting someone who defended a serial rapist, someone who raped boys and girls, sodomized them, gave them STDs, herpes, and chlamydia. There is the website, newapianism.com. I shared it in the chat yesterday. I shared it in the chat many times. There's a testimony of a girl who said that she was sexually abused by Malachi York when she was 5 years old. So Jabari Osase, the Shrine of Ma'at has no problem with that. The person that you call brother publicly, that you supported publicly, defended, SaNeter defended Malachi York, who sexually abused a 5-year-old girl. Your Shrine of Ma'at member SaNeter is on tape accusing Elijah Muhammad of rape over the teenage secretaries. Did you hear that? Or are you going to act like you didn't hear that? How old were the teenage secretaries that Elijah Muhammad had sexual relations with, had babies with? Huh? Because Noble Drew Ali, it was shared by Tariq Nasheed. Now, one thing I didn't even know, I've used the flyer for one video when I addressed Tariq Nasheed, the Foundational Black Americans Conference in Atlanta. If you go on Center for Ma'at, that's where you will have the information about the trip that they will have. And let me check the date, the April 6th. Yes, April 6th is the Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, go on the website Center for Ma'at. That's Jabari Osase's website, right? They will leave New York at 6 a.m. if I'm not mistaken, and spend the day in Washington, D.C., then come back, right? They charge $150 to go from New York to Washington. The entry to the museum is free of charge, right? Jabari Osase participated in that event, FBA. So Tariq Nasheed shared on his X page, formerly known as Twitter page, a newspaper article showing that Noble Drew Ali married a 12-year-old girl and impregnated her when she was 14 years old. What's your stance on that, Jabari Osase? It's going to be tricky for you, Jabari. Money of the victim, who said that she was 5 years old. Malachi York sexually abused her when he performed sexual acts on her against her will, right? And your 60-year-old member SaNeter defended him on the same platform that you promoted, that you defended, that you supported, the same platform, the HOK, the House of Consciousness, that I nicknamed the House of Consciousness. So Jabari Osase, when I came up with the nickname Shrine of Ispet, Shrine of Isefet, was I wrong? Jabari Osase, when I nicknamed your organization Shrine of Ma'at as Shrine of Ispet, Isefet, the opposite of Ma'at, chaos, disorder, was I wrong, Jabari Osase? Was I wrong? Was I wrong? He's defending a serial rapist who was found guilty in a court of law. We have testimonials, right? And even scientifically, the herpes, they did the test. That's when Malachi York decided to plead guilty. We have on tape pleading guilty, right? Is it my art to defend someone who raped boys and girls, sodomized them, and gave them STDs? Is it my art, Jabari Osase? Or is it Isefet? Huh? Donnie Williams wrote Shrine of Isefet. Now, Filthy Frankie SaNeter, just a few days ago, a couple of days ago, well, a few days ago, he said that when he nicknamed me Shaka Dudu, that is going to be my name. It's going to stick with me. That's SaNeter being desperate, hoping that people will follow his instructions. I ain't lost sleep over that. Hold on. Okay. I lost connection for a few seconds. Right? But what about your organization, Jabari? Don't you realize that people will call it Shrine of Ispet, Shrine of Isefet? Don't you realize that, Jabari Osase? You have no problem with that? Jabari Osase, I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. Tonight I will go live about a different subject. And I think that from tomorrow, I will address you directly with your name on the title, with your organization's names on the title. And I'm gonna ask people to request answers from you over public events, not private. I'm not asking about your private life. Those are public events, public acts, things that took place publicly that you've been quiet about. You've been quiet about your brother SaNeter defending a serial rapist. Was I wrong to call the Shrine of Ma'at, Shrine of Istife Jabari Osase? You were happy when SaNeter was going against me, using those child molester promoters and defenders, those child molesters, those scammers to go against me. You even saw SaNeter using the fact that I'm not from America against me, being xenophobic. Right? That same platform that you promote, you know they teach on that platform that they hate Africans. You know that. But yet you claim to be the chief of an African village. When he was there in Cataway, you said if you go against Africa, you have to go through me. Captain Tozariak is on tape saying that he hates Africans. Did you speak against that, Jabari Osase? So are you a hypocrite? When it's Dan Cataway, you're going to say that's dangerous. But when it's Tozariak, you're going to be cool? I'm not asking you to fight. I'm not asking you to disrespect. I'm not even asking you to attack. I'm asking you to speak on it because you spoke about Dan Cataway publicly. Oh, it was about a debate. It was about money. It was about money. So, I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow. And then the community will ask you questions, Jabari Osase. You will have to answer. You will have to answer. You're not on trial, Jabari Osase, but I have never in my life seen any organization where their members go live on air and publicly defend rapists. And it's documented. There are 2 members of your organization who defended some people who are convicted because they sexually abused, because they raped people. That's not a great track record for the Shrine of Ma'at. Is it? Jabari Osase, are you going to say that it's a great track record? What are you going to say? You didn't know? Fine. If you want to say that you didn't know, just go ahead and say it. You will not be able to say you didn't know for long. So it's been a good hour. I'm going to make my closing remarks. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, by the Necheru, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do I do Necheru? Okay. Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first meta-nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other meta-nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is, that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the meta-nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the meta-nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu-Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class, and all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu-Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'at4ever.